I loved taking walks, especially when they were on my way to see her. I loved the soft breeze blowing through the ancient maples. I loved the sounds of birds high above my head. They chirped back and forth to each other in song. I wondered how many times, what words they were singing. There's an old path that winds through the deepest parts of the woods. A river flows through this, a calm, steady rush of water making its way over smooth stones. I always choose to meet her on the other side of this bank. It was far away from the busy world. It was our special place. Besides her, I was the only one who knew about it. I moved through thick green bushes and found her. She had a wonderful look on her face. "Hello, my dear," I said with joy. She didn't say anything, but I could see the soft grin. She was looking into the water. I came closer and wrapped my arms around her. One of the best things was the way her face fell into my shoulder. I loved that. I then kissed her gently on the head. We talked for about an hour or so, watching the burning sun sink beneath the trees. "I should probably go now," I told her. And with that, I kissed her soft lips one last time. They were cold, but I didn't mind. I could tell she liked when I did that. I waited a week before I decided to meet her again. It had rained every day up until then. Maybe it was a sign. This time it was a bit tricky to find her. The plants had grown with such thickness that I could barely see around them. The ground was soft and sank beneath my shoes. The river was high now, and there had been a flood. I didn't mind, though. I don't think she gave it much thought either. It was worth it to see each other. It only took me about half an hour longer than usual to find her, but there she was. Nearly in the same spot we met last time, I smiled at her again. She looked at me with her beautiful blue eyes. She had the same sort of expression, but it wasn't as cheerful as the last time we'd met. Maybe she's sick, I thought to myself. Words weren't necessary this time around. I went straight over and put my arms around her. Just like before, I kissed her head as her face fell into my shoulder. This time we talked about flowers. Her favorite didn't grow in that part of the woods, red roses. After a while, I laid on the soft ground while she rested on top of me. I looked at her for a long while. She looked back at me. Her gaze was still off. Before she could feel sad, maybe I should make her happy. So I kissed her. I kissed her over and over again. It was a passionate fire of emotions. She leaned in closer when I did this. She was putting all her weight on me. I know what she must want, I thought. Our kissing turned to touching. I laid her down where I had been, and she didn't move. She must want me to do all the work. I kissed all over her body. Her neck was her favorite. I was surprised when she didn't react to it this time. No matter, I moved on to other places. When things escalated, I found myself completely naked. I was shy, but with her it felt different. She laid still. I knew I'd have to take all her clothes off. She was funny like that. An hour passed, and I had my way with her. She laid on top of me again, so very still. I think she was listening to my heart beating. and it was getting dark now. So I put my clothes back on, started to say my goodbyes, and then I hugged her. She was freezing. "Here, take this," I said as I handed her my favorite gray sweater. It was my favorite because it had zipper pockets. "This will keep you warm until I see you again," I said. And with that I left and went home. I changed into my pajamas and closed my eyes. She was all I could think about. And then I fell asleep. The next day, a call was made to the Blaine County Police Station. 2 boys had been playing around the river and stumbled across a large blue object. The boys, scared and paranoid, had called asking for someone to investigate. 2 officers came and examined the object. It was a tarp wrapped with bungee cord and hidden below an abundance of sticks and branches. Upon opening it, they found a badly decomposed body of a 22-year-old woman. The coroner concluded that this was the body of a young woman named Emily Stacy, who had gone missing 4 weeks earlier and had been dead almost the same length of time. The body had shown signs of having been strangled to death and what appeared to be raped and fondled post-mortem. Someone had been visiting the woman's lifeless body and tampering with it for quite some time. It's likely this person suffers from extreme delusions and believes she was alive or was simply a necrophiliac. This was the statement that the coroner made to the police. It's a shame, really, such a nice young girl going out like this. The body laid still on the morgue table, nearly naked. The only article of clothing on it was a dirty gray sweatshirt with zippered pockets.